Hello and a warm welcome to Mrs. Pooja Khanna ma'am and our teammates. So this is our leadership and teamwork project. We are team 2 from batch 1 and 2. Our topic is basically social anxiety. We have 7 members in our group and we have divided the roles as a leader for everyone and in every week. So I'm Shashank Dimri and I'll be presenting this presentation. So social anxiety disorder. So this is a social phobia and this occurs when you're indulging in a social activity with a person or maybe a group of people. It's a very usual problem and it's common in teenagers, but it can occur at any time. So this is not a topic which can be solved individually. So we need leaders who can actually help us. So significance of this topic. So social anxiety disorder is a very common topic, common disorder, which mainly occurs in teenagers, as we have discussed. We as a leaders um, must help them because this is something which requires um, someone's efforts to put in. And as a group of people and team, basically a team, we can help people suffering with this disorder. So how our team project is related to teamwork and leadership. So basically this topic as social anxiety, um, we need people, as I've said, this is not something which can be treated individually. We as the leaders must boost them, boost the people, boost their confidence, and must show faith in them. And this can be achieved only by teamwork. So we need a team, we need a group of leaders who can actually help people. So our journey as a team was not so easy. We didn't know everyone quite well, so we had to start building our team and also understanding between us. So everything about our team as a journey is already given in the process book. So now I'll be showing everyone's views on this topic. So
Good morning. My name is Yashwardhan Kapodi from Group 2. Our topic is social anxiety. Social anxiety, simply put, is the inability of a person to express themselves in a social situation. Now, the degree of this may vary from person to person. Some may be just a little bit shy, while others may have much more severe reactions. Now, we as leaders can try and accommodate them and get them as comfortable as possible. While this may not be a long term solution, it can certainly work for a small time.
Hello
Thank you.
everyone, I am Ayushman Saini from batch 1. I would like to speak on topics social anxiety and how great leaders have helped coping up with it. So social anxiety is a chronic mental health condition in which everyday social interaction causes irrational anxiety. For people with social anxiety disorder, everyday social interaction causes irrational anxiety, fear, lack of confidence, and embarrassment.
Hello, my name is Ishita, and I think that anxiety is a common emotion when dealing with daily stresses and problems. We all experience anxiety from time to time, but most of the time these concerns fades away. Daily anxieties might take over your life if you have anxiety disorder. Anxiety disorder can leave you feeling scared, agitated, nervous, and always on the edge from work performance to social interaction and everything in between. Anxiety, on the other hand, can have some unacceptedly pleasant aspects. Many of the bad habits that people with anxiety have can be turned into positive attributes if they are channeled correctly. Therapists can assist persons suffering from anxiety disorder in learning to cope up their symptoms and addressing anxiety related behaviors. While extreme fear can keep you from attempting new things, being more aware of potential dangers and its advantages. People with anxiety are actually better at responding to threats than people without anxiety.
Social anxiety can look like not being able to meet new people or not being able to go to social events like parties or dinners to not even being able to talk to somebody over a phone call. People who suffer from social anxiety have trouble expressing their opinions, and obviously, it gets in the way of their day to day work. They might feel their mind going completely blank, or they might feel sick to their stomach in front of even like a small group of people. And a very important quality in a leader is patience. So, if you're dealing with a person who's suffering from social anxiety, the first and the most important skill that you need to have is being patient, because it takes time for them to get used to something, and you have to be very patient to understand their feelings or to understand what they're going through. And you should not criticize them, because I'm pretty sure they criticize themselves enough, and a second person doing it isn't really helpful. And we should help make them understand that they should know when to seek help, and help them work with the entire team as one unit, so every person understands each other and they also understand what the person in front of them is going through, so that they can all work together at their own speed.
History's very best leaders, like Abraham Lincoln, understood how to provide stability, a steady hand, and hope, even when they themselves were very uncertain about the road ahead. They were honest with their followers and found private outlet for their own anxieties. In time of crisis, people need to believe that their leader can get the job done. This means thoughtfully revealing your humanity is fine, but permitting yourself an emotional person in public is not. Airing your own anxiety in front of your followers is distracting, destructive, and destabilizing. People can't be excited about following you if they think you are defined by doubt and fear.
Anxiety. According to the experts, since their brains analyze threats more efficiently, people who suffer from social anxiety may become obsessed with how others view them or fear making a fool of themselves in the front of everyone. While worrying about what other people think of you can be exhausting, it should not prevent you from going about your everyday activities. Researchers discovered that those who suffer from social anxiety are more empathetic than those who do not and can have a better understanding of other people's emotion. Remind yourself that other people's opinions don't matter and that majority of the people are self-conscious. Remember that your empathy makes you better, not worse, at dealing with other people. Rumination is a thinking matter in which multiple thoughts are repeated over and over. People who suffer from rumination may feel trapped in their own heads. It is, however, an indication of thought depth, and when channeled correctly, it may be beneficial attribute. Several studies have found that those who suffer from anxiety are more clever than those who do not. Many notable writers, philosophers have struggled with anxiety. When fear prevents you from entering a social gathering on an obsessive thoughts refuses to leave your mind, we know that there aren't any benefits to anxiety. Everyone, on the other hand, deserves to go about their regular lives without being constantly stressed. Criticizing yourself for your anxiety only makes the things worse. So the next time you start meditating,
Topic: social anxiety, what it is all about. So social anxiety is all about panic, someone got panicked during a particular situation, or you may say anxiety. Yeah, of course. When it's social anxiety, then of course anxiety also comes into play. And then fear. Now, how fear? So if a particular person is on a stage and he wants to have a conversation or a debate, then he fears like what everyone will say. If he gets criticized, what will happen? So they might not be able to differentiate between the two terms, the constructive criticism and destructive criticism. The point is, they are not open. They are very, introvert type personality, and to understand them, it's not an easy task. So I think that if a person is suffering from social anxiety, then first of all, he or she should get understood by the other personality, and one should act according to it. If I talk about the solutions, then what can we do as a leader or as a team? Then we have decided that if we encounter such personality, then we will help him out or her out in the form of like giving her emotional support and certain type of breathing exercise during their panic attacks, because it's common when you are in social anxiety. And also, if I talk about, then we should also create awareness in the society regarding it, because there are some mental disorders that people look down upon. Because of this, one should not get affected. Like if I talk about the way they should be lived, the how their personality should be, how their luxuries of life should be, some, or how they get affected. So we should try avoid those things, so that the person who is suffering from this particular disorder can live freely. He or she gets space. At least they should get comfortable with at least one person then they can talk to.
Was the leader for the third week during our leadership project. The third week meeting was a very important meeting for our team since we had now decided our topic and we were going to officially start our leadership project. But the meeting itself did not contain anything serious since we discussed just the basics. That is, what is social anxiety? Each and every member had his own thoughts as to what they thought is social anxiety. But by the end of the meet, we all came to a singular point. That is, social anxiety is basically a disorder where one person is unable to express himself or herself. But it is not just restricted to that definition and may differ from one person to another. The meeting also contained us discussing what could be the subtopics for a project. Some of the subtopics were how a person suffering from social anxiety disorder or SAD can rise up to leadership positions, or how we as leaders can help people with social anxiety disorders to accommodate and get comfortable. That was all for the third week. The leader for the next week is Aditya Jain. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Aditya Jain from batch 2, and I would like to speak upon some causes of social anxiety disorder. First of all, I want to say what is the social anxiety disorder? Well, it is a mental health condition characterized by a fear of being watched or judged by others in social situation. It is also known as social phobia. Hello everyone, myself Aditya Jain from batch 2.
So, concluding the topic, as you have seen, social anxiety is a big problem, so we obviously require leadership in it. Uh, so, these are the learning takeaways from the team project. So, thank you. This was basically our leadership and teamwork project, and we have achieved our goal. And we have also included the process book with the submission. Yeah, so thank you.